Morning folks, welcome to episode 3, Digging with Dave. So, it's a beautiful morning and today we are talking about grading. So grading is basically using the dipper arm and the boom in one motion, keeping the blade of the bucket level and coming in. It's the hardest thing to master, but when you've mastered it, you've got it and you're good to go and you'll become a professional operator. It's about getting your head into it and learning it, and it's basic bum in the seat and practicing. So I want to start off with a few little tips to get learning this task, which is grading. So let's go and do some grading. First task, guys, we are going to do what some of the lads call Mr. Miyagi stuff. Wax on, wax off. To start with, why not try on half revs? I've always done that, new machine half revs, and just take our time with it. So, full stretch, and the aim of this task, let's keep that ditching bucket blade just hovering above the ground, okay? So try and keep it all in one motion. Now we wobbled a bit at the start, but now we found a rhythm, and we can just pull it through ground level, about an inch above the floor, all the way to the end, boom, there we go. Try it from half stick. So that's the arm 90 degrees and just start and away you go. And just practice pulling this blade in at that level. And then work up to full stretch with the blade and we're just going to bring it through at level, okay? Nice and steady. And this, if you can keep practicing this, this will really get your mind and hand-eye coordination into touch. Right, other task. Now this is the sight entrance, it's hard ground, so let's give it a scrape. With it being hard ground, it's nice, it's not going to see it where we've been starting or finishing. It'll just help us out, but it'll learn us to keep the machine nice and scraped up and level. So, here we go. So it's hard ground, so we can just keep our bucket hovering above and just dig in a little bit and scrape the top bit off. Here we go. With it being hard, it's just nice to practice on. Okay, here we go. Bringing it through. Track it back. We're not lifting the machine up in the air whilst we're doing it. We're just scraping through and pulling the loose material off. Okay, so what we've done here now, we found a section of the site. It could do with a tidy up and a bit of a levelling out and a grading up, ready for starting work here in this phase. So, basically what we're going to do then is just give this a bit of a levelling up and a scraping up. So, again, look at the blade, look at the arm, dipper arm and boom all working together. This is helping us learning our grading and it's a nice task and we can make this look nice. So, same again, dipper and boom. Just pulling the loose material off, getting ready for the material underneath to look the part. So just scraping through. We've got some plant and some machinery here parked up. So we've got to be very careful of our surroundings. Remember the surroundings, guys. Always check your surroundings. And we are being productive for our site, keeping it looking good. Because a clean site and a tidy site is a safe site, guys. Right, what we can do now is the terminology sealing up, and that is sealing material up so that if it does rain, which we live in Great Britain and it surely does, we can make sure that the material stays good underneath with the attack of the rain on top. So sealing up, what is it? Back of the bucket and giving it a smoothing off. Now this will help us learn with our grading. Because what we're doing is, look, we're pressing the back of the bucket down and we're just pulling it through with pressure and keeping that wear blade level as we come through. Can we see that, guys? Let's go again. Just wear blade down and just pull it through. Pull it through. Where we've left a little strip there, yet again, bucket down and pulling it through. And this will help us with our technique. Now, just a quick one. When we are pulling through with the bottom of the bucket, this machine does not want to be lifting like this. it needs to stay level, and then all the control is on the arm and not the machine lifting up. Okay, and that will come, like I keep saying, with bum time in that seat, practicing. That's all it is. Okay. Okay, so we swap machines now. We are on a Takeuchi TB217R now, so it's a 1.7 ton machine. And it's important to learn how to grade on all sizes of machines. Grading is everything, on whether you're on a 50 tonner or on a 1.5 tonner. So we've dropped onto this machine. So what we're going to do now, we're going to level a bit of Type 1 MOT in the sight entrance, just level it up. This will get us used to leveling up and trimming up stone. So let's give it a go. So Dave's top tip of the day, we're using an offset arm. I like to have my boom just slightly offset, okay? So when you're stretched out, you can see the tips of the ditching bucket. If it's straight, sometimes you're moving your head round. So just offset it a bit. Okay, so, and I've gone blade first, just on these little machines. You can just drop the blade just to take any movement out. Okay, here we go. So, like we've been doing, just pull in the ditching bucket level through the stone. Okay. Exactly like we were doing on the big machine, just pulling it through level, finding our sweet spot. Okay, we've got a bit of material in front of the blade, look, that always helps out to have some material in front. Okay, and away we go, just pulling through. Now, not happy with the start there, so let's move the machine up, level up. Let's just tidy it up, nice and steady. Very nice machine to drive, this is with grading. But you will always find out your sweet spot with it. You will get there. Practice makes perfect. I keep saying it, but that is the truth. Okay. So folks, that brings us to the end of grading. I've said it a million times whilst we've been videoing. Practice does make perfect. And the first time I ever levelled some stone on hire on a job, I looked back, I thought, well, that's a good effort. And the ground worker come up to me and said, driver, next time you do it, instead of having any of this fancy stuff, could we just have it level? Practice makes perfect. That's all you've got to do, guys. And that brings us to the end of episode 3. Give us a like and a follow on Instagram, Digging with Dave 2023. And we're also TikToking. Keep your eyes peeled. And I'll see you all episode 4. But remember, guys, teamwork makes the dream work.